Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about manifestation and give you some affirmations, but I also wanted to preface this video by saying that the knowledge of manifestation trumps anything that makes you feel restricted and not limitless, okay? So let's say there is a tarot reading you get and you don't like that outcome of that reading, or you don't like something about your birth chart, or there's so many modalities of fortune telling, right? There's so many even types of like personality tests, like Enneagram, MBTI, all of these types of like tools, right, that help you get to know yourself better. And like I mentioned, there's so many different types of fortune telling tools. There's like runes, there's like dice that you can roll, there's like angel numbers, right? So any of these things, you guys, like I just want to let you know that you can change your birth chart, you can change the outcome of a reading, because energy is ever changing. Okay, energy is nothing but thoughts, frequency is nothing but our thoughts, right? Like the frequency of our thoughts, even the frequency of positive thoughts, right? That's what I like to see frequency as. All of these are malleable. Reality is malleable because our brains are malleable, okay? Reality is just a projection of what's going on in our subconscious mind. I like to think of reality as a hologram, and our brain is a projector, and what you think about is what gets projected onto the screen, right? So when you got that tarot reading, or when you saw that tarot reading and you saw an outcome, or you heard of an outcome that you didn't like, that was just a manifestation of where your thoughts were at the time, okay? Or sometimes, I know some people like to think the 3D, whatever you see, is like just catching up, right? It's your old thoughts, it's dead, it's the old story, right? That's also one way of perceiving it. That's everything's about reframing things, okay? If you see something you don't like, just tell yourself that's the old story. It's just happening as means of purging. It's gonna get replaced with something new, something better. Okay, that's the way that you should go about things if you want to change the outcome of something that you don't like. You are never restricted to anything. It doesn't matter if you go to 50 different birth chart readers and they all tell you the same thing. It's about what you're telling yourself. In fact, if you think about it, those readers are also just a manifestation of your mind. Okay, even a lot of us know about like birth charts. A lot of us know about astrology, right? That in itself is a manifestation of our mind, because there's so many people, you guys, that don't resonate with this kind of stuff, that don't even know about this stuff, okay? And if you think about it, and the whole thing about astrology is that there's so many different modalities, or there's so many different like cultures, regions that have a different interpretation of birth charts, of the content in the birth charts, of different fortune telling tools, right? The way that they interpret things is so different, right? There's Western astrology, which I know a lot of you resonate with. Even I go off of Western astrology when I do my readings. But if you notice, when I do my readings, I always say, don't worry about the signs. It's about the energy of the signs, because every single sign actually just represents a different energy, okay? It's not so much about outcomes. Astrology isn't even really about outcomes. It's more of an energy reading. It's more of a reading to see where you're at currently, okay? Even birth charts. A lot of people think that okay, once your birth chart is done, it's like done, it's your destiny, there's no escaping it. That's not true. If you think it's true, then it will be true. Some people think it's true, so a lot of things that happen in their birth chart end up happening the way that it was predicted because of their belief in it. Sometimes a lot of belief comes from fear, okay? So never believe in something because you feel like you're restricted to that. Never believe in anything that doesn't make you feel limitless, okay? Even there's some creators on here that will say certain things, and you'll believe in it because maybe they got a lot of your past right, like maybe they were kind of on point or accurate with certain things. And this is like conflation. Your brain conflates that with okay, like this person was on point with this, so they must be on point with this. Correlation doesn't always imply causation, okay? And yet that's another belief. That's the thing. There are so many beliefs floating around on the internet, in real life, the things that your friends tell you, your parents tell you, society tells you. It's up to you to figure out what you personally want to resonate with. At the end of the day, if something doesn't sit well with you, or something you just don't like because you're like, no, I don't like the way this sounds or feels, then don't resonate with it, okay? And going back to what I was saying, you can literally change the outcome of your birth chart, because actually think about it. I'm Hindu, right? Like I resonate with Hinduism, right? Also, like, the thing about Hinduism is that there's this concept called karma, right? And I've watched videos about this. I think her name is Shivani. I literally looked up, can manifestation change your karma? Can manifestation change your birth chart? In fact, pro tip, there's actually subliminals here on YouTube that are geared towards changing your birth chart or changing your outcome, or like, you know, changing your karma, if that's something that you believe in, okay? Or changing even zodiac signs, because I know some of you try to manifest certain things or people, but you're like, oh wait, this person's zodiac sign is like this, I don't think I can manifest them, I don't think I can be with them. What if they're Gemini? What if they're an Aries? Oh my gosh, you guys, like, what does that mean? It's about the meaning you give it. It's about the meaning you assign it, okay? I know there's very, very loyal Geminis and air signs out there, regardless of the you know, reputation they've gained. And I know some earth signs, water signs out there that aren't really like what their signs say at all. And yes, it has to do with the rest of their placements in birth chart, but it also has to do with their, you know, upbringing, the cultural conditioning that they went through. There's so many other factors, but at most it has more to do with how you're perceiving them. How much are you believing in certain things, like you know, birth charts, cultural conditioning? Because, you know, there's some people that grew up a certain way that are completely different than what they grew up thinking, okay? The thing is, reality is always malleable. The one thing that is constant is change. Things are always changing, okay? And if that's the truth, if that's the case, why wouldn't your birth chart change? Why do you have to stay, like, you know, why do you have to resonate with or subscribe to a birth chart? Here's the thing, actually, we are constantly discovering new things in space. Like, there's so many asteroids, meteors, even planets that are being discovered daily, okay? And the thing is, when your birth chart was done, right, a lot of you could be, you're all different ages, right? Like, my birth chart was done like 20 some years ago. Things are different in the sky then. Things are different in the sky now. We're always progressing. Technology is always finding new things. So, you know, of course your birth chart will change. Of course your destiny will change. Of course, you know, your karma will even change, right? Yeah, so going back to what I was saying, you know, there was this channel I was watching. I literally looked up, can the power of your thoughts change your birth chart? And yeah, I think her name is Shivani. She's like, she talks about, she's that woman, like, she wears like a white sari, I think, and like, you know, she has like kind of like whitish hair. I remember like watching her while growing up. She's like one of like the spiritual gurus that you know, I grew up listening to, and she talks about the fact that your birth chart is nothing but a snapshot of your karma from your past life. When you were born, you know, a lot of it was like you know, the snapshot of, like, you know, where the planets were when you were born. It's kind of just like, it's not necessarily your destiny, it's just like one path that you can take. Okay, I don't know if she said all that, but I just remember her saying something about like, it's, you know, your karma from your past life, if that's something you believe in. I know some people don't even believe in that, right? There's certain things in our birth chart that indicate our karma, and the thing is, like, you can change your karma, you can change anything, okay? Karma is like, you know, just it's okay. Yeah, karma is sometimes what you carry on with you from your past life, from your childhood, this, that, and all of that is malleable, you guys. Okay, I know some people who have really turned their life around, who've changed their life around for the better, even though they had like the worst childhoods, even though like some of them were even convicted, some of them were in like prison, and like, you know, they were able to get out like sooner because they really changed their life around. They did good things while in prison, they helped other people. Okay, the thing is, like, you're never restricted to anything. That's why circumstances don't matter. It's something that people constantly preach. You know, if a lot of people are saying circumstances don't matter, they come on here, they show their face and say circumstances don't matter, they are saying that for a reason. You are not restricted to your past. You are not restricted to you know, the type of childhood that you had. You got bullied, you didn't have the best relationships with your parents. Okay, that doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad, like a perpetually bad time in your love life, or a hard time manifesting career changes or money, this, that. Of course, you can use what you learned. Okay, you can you can, you know, be aware of that trauma, and you can go seek healing. You can practice different modalities to shift that, right? Shift your perspective on whatever happened. See it as like, okay, whatever happened for me to grow and to become better, and for me to alchemize my pain and transmute it into something greater. Okay, transmute that trauma, alchemize that pain, turn that pain into power. Okay, I know all of these sound so cliche, but the thing is, like, things, you know, I like to think of it as like, okay, this happened to me for me to become stronger, come out stronger, and be better. And like, you know, now I'm done. Like, I choose not to go through pain, choose not to go through trauma. In fact, right before making this video, you guys, I had the worst cramps ever. Okay, I'm someone who like sometimes suffer from like, you know, menstrual cramps, and usually it lasts like 20 minutes. Honestly, it lasts a while, but I kid you not, I just like took a break. I laid down on my bed and I I said, I'm trained, I am trained, I am trained, I am trained. The pain is gone, the pain is gone, the pain is gone. I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good. My cramps are gone in like under 5 minutes, okay? I say I am trained because I got that from Jose Silva's book, The Silva Mind Control Method by Jose Silva, where he talks about if you're going through something, just tell yourself, I am trained, I am trained, I am trained, I am trained. And he also said, in every day, in every way, I am getting better and better and better. That is how you can use the power of your mind to speak to your cells, to train your cells, to speak, wealth and health on your cells, right? Or just, speak good health on your cells. And, people have like literally healed from trauma. They've healed from like brain injuries, traumatic brain injuries, from all kinds of things, okay? By just speaking to themselves, by using the power of their mind, okay? The power of their subconscious mind. And if it can happen for other people, it can happen for you as well, okay? And understand you are never restricted to anything. You are never restricted to what's going on in the 3D. You are never restricted to a certain job if you don't like it, a certain situation, relationship. If you don't like it, you can change. You can get out of anything. You can heal. You can, you can get out of poverty. You can get out of like, whatever tax bracket you're in and go into a higher one. You can grow taller. I literally saw a post about someone who he said that he went from literally like 5'10" to like 6'4" in like the matter of like, I think he said months, okay? And I believe it. I know some of you guys will read these success stories and be like, wait, that's crazy. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean other people can't do it, okay? I've heard crazy stories of people like transmuting into like, different animals. Like people can do like crazy things with their bodies. Like I've seen like those circus shows, okay? I live in New York. There's all kinds of talented people here. Like people can do anything, okay? I truly believe if you feel like you can fly, you can fly, okay? That'll happen in your reality. Sometimes, you'll see people accomplishing these great feats and you won't believe it because your reality is not attuned to that, okay? That's going on in their reality, right? And honestly, whatever someone else is going through is just a manifestation of, again, the things in your reality. So if you see a lot of people accomplishing these crazy things that you're just like, how do people do that? That's just a sign, that's a part of you saying like, hey, you can do that. The fact that you even became aware of someone who has all these great abilities, that's a brilliant genius, that's super well versed in everything that they do. Because I know some people, you guys, like I grew up, I remember there's this girl that I grew up with who was like crazy. She would run like 5-minute miles. She was faster than all the guys, even after puberty. Like people are saying, people would say like, oh, after puberty, like, men become stronger, they're faster. No, she outran all the men. I think she was like the fastest girl in our grade in like the 9th grade or something. Or yeah, I think this was middle school. Okay, she was faster than like a lot of the guys. This girl went on to like becoming like an MIT scholar, 30 under 30. She started like a bunch of companies. I'm sure she's like a millionaire by now. She was just brilliant. She was just extraordinary. And like to me, she's a manifestation of like my limitless abilities, okay? I wanted to talk about this. I am limitless. You see someone achieving great feats, you are limitless. And if you are limitless, yes, you can change the outcome of that tarot reading. Yes, you can change your birth chart, okay? There are people out here, you guys, manifesting, again, good health, manifesting away cancer, okay? Manifesting great feats, manifesting blowing up overnight, becoming millionaires overnight, okay? I've heard of people manifesting people back from the dead. I've heard of people that were like literally declared dead for a couple of minutes that came, that were alive, that were declared alive. They were able to get their heart pumped back up and like, now they're fully alive and fully well, okay? I mean, seriously, like people have like changed their like blood type, okay? People have changed like cellular, like they've, there's this thing called like cellular healing and spirituality. That is true. Again, you can speak to your cells. You can become healthy. You can manifest other people to become healthy. I know I manifested someone, seeking help and, getting rid of an addiction. Okay. Finally going to rehab after this person refused to. I manifested someone like, even with all these immigration laws, being able to immigrate here and like get a good job in the midst of like chaos. Okay. Like there was, what happened back in the day, right? Like we were in lockdown, this person was able to get like a really good job, that was reflective of her abilities, of all the, she has like 3 degrees or something, and she finally got that job in the midst of everything. Again, like immigration was hard during that time. I manifested like one of my friends, getting happily married after like a series of like what she called to be like failed relationships, and like, she's engaged and, she's finally gonna get married. And it's just like, my thing is you can manifest for others, you can manifest for yourself, you can manifest changing the outcome of your chart, you can manifest that specific person, you can manifest way more than a text, you can manifest being a millionaire, okay? I've seen people's success stories, okay? I follow this one I guess like manifestation. She's kind of all over the place. She's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Okay, like she literally manifested making like, you know, she like I think 40 extra income or 20 extra income. She used to make like 2K a month and now makes like 80K a month. I think she's already a millionaire by now. I mean, yeah, like in a matter of like years, like 1 or 2 years, which honestly that isn't like that much time at all when you think about it, and that it can happen even sooner for some people. Okay, so yeah, this is just a reminder for you to understand that you are limitless. You are absolutely limitless. You can manifest anything you want. This card literally says there's no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. Okay, you are God. Step into your God power. Okay, understand that like you found manifestation for a reason, and it was to change your life. You can change every single little thing that happens. You can cater everything to you, okay? Like you can manifest your specific person to say things to you verbatim, okay? The universe exists to serve you, to cater to you, okay? The fact that you even found a channel like this, you're on here, means that you wanted something more for yourself. Your higher self, your subconscious mind wanted something more for yourself. It was catching on to things. It was registering things that maybe your conscious self wasn't, and now you are, you know, becoming more and more aware of like your God power, like the operant power, if that makes you more comfortable. You know, you are the operant power of your reality. You are limitless. You are the creator. A lot of things wouldn't even exist without your attention, without your awareness of it, okay? We also got I am intuitive. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter, okay? You guys, there's so much going on behind the scenes, okay? This, anytime I see intuition, this just reminds me of the 12th house, and for me to remind you there is so much going on behind the scenes, things that you don't see, things that you don't even like, you can't even comprehend, but you have this innate genius within you, okay? This is your sign that you do, and you can tap into that. I feel like you're really tapped into that, maybe even more than other people around you, but everyone has genius abilities within them, okay? Everyone is a brilliant genius. It's all about them tapping into their abilities. I really like this affirmation I saw on TikTok a while back. I am able to channel the infinite intelligence within me. I am aware of the infinite intelligence within me, okay? Try these affirmations. And we got here, I am independent. This reminds me of the fact that, you guys, nothing stands independently without your observation, right? There's something about like being an independent observer, right? Like the thing is, observe, don't absorb, okay? Anything you don't like, you need to kind of be independent of that. Be like, okay, you know what? This exists, or this wouldn't exist without my attention or awareness. If I don't like it, I choose to, you know, I choose to take away my awareness of that. I'm an independent person that can think for myself. I never need to be swayed by anyone or anything. I only internalize what I want to internalize. I only internalize the things that I want to experience in my reality, okay? This is the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I love this so much, okay? Nothing can exist without your observation, without your energy, without your attention, okay? If there's something you don't like, simply take away your energy from it by shifting your focus and energy to something else, okay? That's why, like, if you see something going on with your SP you don't like, shift the narrative. Shift your perspective of that. Manifestation is nothing but shifting your perspective of that thing, of that person, of that reality, because there's so many different realities that are taking place simultaneously. The reality that you're observing right now is just the reality that you are tapped into, okay? And it only matters, anything, you know, that's going on right now is only happening because of the energy, thought, and attention you're giving to it, okay? So that's why I really like the affirmation. I call back my power. I call back my attention. I call back my energy. If you see something you don't like, okay? Sometimes, like, you know, things won't even be happening, but it's like that thing is living in your mind rent free. That's why, in order to reduce, you know, the triggers, just tell yourself, I call back my power. I call back my power. Sometimes, you know, we subconsciously will give power to things that we don't want to, and it will consciously make us, you know, sad or mad or angry or triggered or nervous or, you know, anxious or whatever. So call back your power. Whenever you can, tell yourself, like, no, if I don't like this is not going to happen. I'm the creator of my reality. Why would I be a victim in my reality? Sometimes you got to ask yourself, like, why am I a victim in my reality? Why would I feel sad, right? Because this is our reality, right? Like, we have X hours in the day. Try to spend most of that being happy. Like, you never have to be high vibrational or happy all the time, but if you could, wouldn't that be great, right? And you don't need to be high vibrational to get your manifestations, but you might as well be, right? I mean, if you had the choice to be happy and content and fulfilled versus not, you might as well just choose the former, right? And it's a practice, you guys. This is something, happiness is a skill that you need to, like, cultivate. I don't know if skill is the right word, but it's something that you need to consciously practice. Okay, that's what I learned. Okay, so that's the same thing with meditation. It's a skill that you know, it's something that by practice, by awareness, by like, where you shift your awareness, right? Like you're able to control all these thoughts, or at least not let these thoughts control you, right? It's all about these are all skills that you have to harness and cultivate within yourself. Like happiness is a feeling, it's an emotion, right? And to get certain feelings and emotions, even if you just talk your way through it, I am happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm content, I'm content, I'm content, I'm fulfilled. Rampage it. Even if you're like at your most miserable, you're feeling sad, anxious, just tell yourself, I am happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'll get out of this, I'll get out of this. This too shall pass. Whatever feels right to you at the moment. And you'll notice like those triggers, the thing that you get triggered about won't last long. Because even for me, I do sometimes get anxious. I do have bouts of like anxiety. I do think of triggering things, right? But they just don't last as long. I know in the past I would like dwell on certain things. I would spend like minutes, hours, days thinking about it. But now it'll just pop up and I'll be like, okay, cool. This thought is popping up. It's teaching me something about myself. And now I'm transcending it. Now I'm getting through it. Now I'm, using the power of my thoughts, my manifestation abilities to, get past this thing. Okay. And it gets easier, you guys. This is a practice. This is something that you have to practice. I'm not going to lie. It does take a little bit of practice if you don't if you're not immediately able to get over things or get through things. But once you really, really, become aware of your thoughts, okay, become aware of what you're giving your energy, time, attention to, because all of these are valuable. Your attention is your currency. Life will get fun. It will get easy. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what was I even tripping about? I know I was like literally yesterday I was tripping about something and I was just feeling sad for no reason. And then I took a nap and I woke up and I kind of laughed at myself. I was like, what was I getting so upset about? This isn't even that deep, okay? I mean, if something is that deep, it's okay. Just validate yourself, validate your feelings, but then transcend, then, get through it, because nothing will last that long. Everything is transient. Everything is like temporary. Everything, this too shall pass, right? So yeah, anyways, I do want to let you know there is a self-concept challenge going on my Patreon where I give you self-concept affirmations to robotically affirm and script so you can get your manifestations to full fruition. Specifically, specific person affirmations, SP affirmations. I also do have a science challenge going on that same group where we get together as a group and collectively manifest for each other via signs, and when we use the group's collective power to manifest, that will amplify and accelerate our individual manifestation. So if you're interested in that, check out the description box below where you will find my Patreon. You can sign up for that through my Patreon, patreon.com/enchantedforce3444. I also offer in-depth tarot readings as well as manifestation coaching, and I also custom make Subliminal. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you will find my website. You can sign up for those services through my website. And yeah, thank you so much. Love and light.